now, Mike's just finished plumbing out the 400 Magnum for our 72 Dodge Charger. So a while back, I had a customer up out of Canada that had gotten the body and the paint work done on his 72 Charger, but kind of ran out of steam at that point, wasn't able to put the rest of it together, sent the car down here to us. Well, once it got here, I realized it was a little bit bigger project. Number one, it was really the wrong color by about 4 shades. Basically, we had to redo the body and paint on the outside of the car. The other thing I had to do was put together the 400 Magnum that you see here on the stand. I get sucked into this aftermarket crap and I hate doing it, but he is the customer and that's what he wanted. That's why you see the Edelbrock RPM heads on it. It's got an Edelbrock torquer intake manifold. It's got a 750 Edelbrock on the top of it. We are no longer, ever again, putting an engine in a car without running it on the engine run stand. It's bit us too many times. So, boom, chakalaka. Oh, timing's out 180 is my guess, but let me try advancing it, see if it compensates for it. Go. Go ahead, hit it. You want to double check your firing order one more time?
4366572.
Right? I thought it was coming out of the coil, but that doesn't make any sense.
There's oil coming out of the coil.
There's oil coming out of it?
Yep.
Oh boy. Here's the deal, and this is why I'm putting the brakes on any more aftermarket stuff. There's so many multitude of things that it can be causing it not to run right now. It's got a used coil, which is fine, because it's not the way it's gonna be dressed out when it's done, okay? This is just to run it on the run stand. Well, the used coil's puking oil, which can affect the way it energizes the points. So I'm gonna have them put another coil on it, see if the test coil cures it. If this was an OEM motor, I'd go right to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm done. Now I've got to start back over. Well, is it the aftermarket push rods that are too short or too long? And they're hanging open a valve. Is that what's popping? Is it the coil that's popping on it? We got no oil pressure.
That's not good.
Yard that engine off of there, disassemble it completely, turn it upside down, drain all the oil out of it, take the pan off it. When there's nothing wrong in there and everything looks fine, let's take the heads off it, buy a new set of head gaskets for it. Then we'll knock the pistons out of it, and then we'll go through the short block and find the oil galley that the machine shop left out. Because that's the only thing it can be, or it could be a bad oil pump. It could be all the valves are out of adjustment. Which is why I never want to do, I'm never doing aftermarket.
Did anybody check them before?
I did. I set the whole thing up. I set the lash to 0, like the book said to do. They're hydraulic lifters, but they're adjustable. Just stupid I've ever heard in my life. There's some wizard of aftermarket parts, and that's what he does. He sits back with his little tall hat on and his little rod, and he looks down and he says, "Ah, there you are, Mark. I didn't realize you were having a good day." Wow. You know what I'm saying? We have a ton of work to get done this week. The vinyl top has to be installed on our 1970 Hemi Charger. We need to find out what is wrong with the 400 Magnum's oiling system and fix it. Alyssa needs to find out what it's like to work in the trenches and get her hands dirty here at Graveyard Carz. We've got a 440 that needs to be started on the engine run stand. We have 2 very rare and valuable cars that need to be disassembled, and the final paint on our 1970 Challenger 446 pack is waiting in the wings.